Virgo, welcome to the channel today. This will be a reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. General reading for the month of November. Virgo, let's see what messages we can get for you today for your November. Virgo, I hope you're having the best day possible today. Let's see what we could get for you for your November. All right, what messages do we have for Virgo for November? Just gonna get your cards laid out and get into your reading. All right. Virgo, bottom of the deck, your underlying energy for the reading is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is an energy of flying beneath the radar. Can be an energy of sneakiness or deceitfulness, trying to get things done, like I said, below the radar. But let's see how this plays out for the rest of your reading. That's the underlying energy there. All right. Virgo, what's currently going on with you? What energy are you sitting in here? Looks like you're focused on your resources, focused on tangible, practical things. This is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles makes sure that everything related to resources is in order. The Queen of Pentacles focuses on making sure all the accounts are balanced, all the practical things are handled, all the I's are crossed. All the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. So it looks like you may be primarily focused on your finances here, potentially. I'm just looking around and I'm seeing pentacles here in your spread, a couple of pentacle cards in your spread, which kind of tells me that you're really focused on practical, tangible things, possibly, like I said, finances, could be good health, resources. Let's see how this works out for the rest of your reading. But that's good energy to be sitting in, to really focus on making sure your resources, your finances are in order. Let's see, what's your challenge for November? Virgo, for that you pulled the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. This is a self-made energy. Typically, she has enough resources to give to others and still have plenty left over for herself. She's in good health. She's attractive. You know, this is a energy, he or she. It's just the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. It's really kind of a self-made, independent, self-reliant, financially independent energy. So the challenge here is to get to this state of really being self-reliant and independent. So in November, there may be some bumps in the road of you trying to really actually achieve this state, because you're currently really focused on your resources. But you may have a challenge in November really getting to that space of complete independence, financial independence, resource independence. What's your underlying motivation here? Let you pull the Ace of Cups. So it looks like within you there's a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment that's really driving you here. So it's looking like, you know, achieving this state of independence, of being self-made is really something that emotionally you desire greatly. You want that new opportunity to achieve this Nine of Pentacles. Let's see, what's in your recent past, Virgo? In your recent past, you pulled the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is legacy. It is abundance. Sometimes it represents an inheritance of some sort, or coming into a great deal of resources that can be turned into legacy for generations to come. So if that's the case for you, or in the recent past you were abundantly gifted or came upon a great deal of money potentially, you're currently sitting in your energy of the Queen of Pentacles and really want to make sure that lasts, and you really focus on those tangible, practical resources here, and you want to make sure you keep them. Let's see, Virgo, what's at the top of your mind? What are you thinking about? Again, we're focused on the Pentacles. We're focused on the practical, tangible resources here. You pulled for that the Six of Pentacles at the top of your mind. The Six of Pentacles is typically equal give and take, or could represent charitable giving or receiving. So again, you're focused on the practical, tangible resources. And it really looks like, you had some benefit financially, I'm feeling here, in the recent past. And you're really, thinking about the best way to handle that. Possibly be even charitable giving, it looks like here. But charitable giving, but also making sure there's enough for you to continue to move forward in this resource independent status here. Okay, Virgo, what's coming to you in the near future? You pulled the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is stress, it's worry, it's anxiety, it's sleepless nights, really being up in your head. It looks like here, I'm feeling that this focus, focus on your financial resources, focus on, like I said, this could be a relationship, this could be health related as well, but I'm really, with all the pentacles that I'm seeing in your spread, this is looking like a focus on finances. And it looks like you're going to start to worry a little bit about potentially being able to achieve and maintain this financial independence. And being able to, what should I do? What can I do as far as, maintaining this financial independence, holding on to these resources and still being able to potentially share with others. Let's see. Virgo, what's your likely approach to this Nine of Swords energy that's coming your way? This worry, this anxiety, this stress. Your likely approach is the energy of the King of Cups. The King of Cups is someone who has mastered their emotions. This is a emotionally balanced individual, someone who's really in charge of how they're feeling. They don't have too many highs and too many lows emotionally. So it looks like you're really going to combat this anxiety and this stress with some really healthy, emotional approaches towards it. It looks like you're going to have a real balanced approach and decisioning towards your focus on these tangible, practical resources or finances, whatever this is. So it looks like you're going to have quite a good handle on this, Virgo. All right. What Virgo is in your external environment. What are the external influences potentially for November as well? Again, more pentacles. It's all about the pentacles for you in November, Virgo. You pulled the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is maintaining and protecting the tangible things, practical things that you value. So there's an opportunity in your environment to be able to do what you're trying to do, and that is maintain and protect and hold on to those financial, practical, tangible resources that whatever this is that you came into and that you want to, continue to move forward as resource independent person. So that's really going to be available. That opportunity is going to be available to you in your environment with the Four of Pentacles. So what is Spirit's advice to you, Virgo? Spirit's advice is Temperance. Now, the Temperance card represents moderation. It represents patience, really over the long haul, the long term. It's also a card of really putting together things that don't always go together, but finding a way to work it out and make them work together. It can be testing something and experimenting with something as well. So I think, or I'm feeling that Spirit is really advising you to take your time here, be thorough and be patient with your focus on your resources here, and whatever this is that you came into recently, as far as financially, abundance. Yeah. All right, Virgo. So let's see, if you follow your likely approach and maintain this emotionally balanced energy to handle this anxiety and stress that potentially may be coming your way with all this focus on your financial resources, your potential outcome in that case will be the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a curious energy, a youthful, curious energy, trying to get information, basically, keeping an eye on something or someone. So it looks like, you're going to remain or use an emotionally balanced approach to handle this anxiety and stress about, how to keep and maintain, enough of this financial resource. And you're going to keep an eye on things, basically, as your potential outcome by taking that approach. So you're going to keep an eye on what you value and what you treasure. Let's see, if you take Spirit's advice of this Temperance energy, your potential outcome is the Magician. Magician is the master manifester. The Magician has all the resources, all the elements at his disposal. On this table, he's got a cup, he's got a wand, he's got a sword, and he's also got a pentacle, which this reading is full of. So he has all the resources available to him to manifest whatever he's trying to manifest. The only thing that needs to happen is he needs to take action in order to make that happen. So taking Spirit's advice and guidance of the Temperance, of patience, moderation, focusing on the long term, your potential outcome is that you will be able to manifest what you're trying to manifest, and that is maintaining this Nine of Pentacles energy of having enough resources to potentially be generous with others and still have enough to maintain your self-sufficient, independent status. So I think your underlying energy has a little bit to do with the anxiety and the worry that came up or that's coming up in your near future. Because this is an energy of someone trying to get away with something, someone kind of operating under the radar, can be a deceitful energy. And this, I think, could be playing into this Nine of Swords. That's going to cause you a little bit of stress. So keep an eye out for, and I know you will, for something or someone in your environment that may not be exactly above board, you know, but based on your approach of being really emotionally balanced and making your decisions, you know, from a really balanced state, you know, so that you can conquer this anxiety. You know, your potential outcome in that case was you were going to be diligent and vigilant about keeping an eye on things to make sure you can protect, you know, your resources. So I'm not too concerned about you and this Seven of Swords energy, because it looks like you're really going to keep an eye out for things. And to dig a little deeper with that, you know, just below that Seven of Swords is the Queen of Swords. This is you. You know, you're not really suffering fools lightly. This is the Queen of absolute discernment. This is a no BS queen. So, you know, these two energies together, I'm not really worried about you being able to protect what you're trying to protect and move forward and achieve and manifest, you know, what you're trying to manifest here, Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's get you a couple of oracle cards before we wrap up your reading today. Let's get you 2 oracle messages. What else can we tell Virgo for their November? Let's see. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get a November message for Virgo. What else can we tell them, please? All right, Virgo. You pulled impeccability. Impeccability is really integrity. You know, Spirit is really reminding you to stay in a place of being, you know, having integrity, which is looking like, from what I'm seeing here in your spread, you know, that's already a part of who you are. But continue to move forward with a sense of integrity. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your deeds and your actions as well. You know, what else can we tell Virgo? What other message can we give Virgo for their November, please? Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What else can we tell them for November? Okay, you pulled Voyage. Maybe it's time for you to take a cruise after all this. Get some relaxation in there, Virgo. But I think, where did I see it? No, not here. But, you know, you could be on a journey. This could be a representation of this journey that you have going on here, from coming into whatever this abundance of resources, focusing on, you know, maintaining and keeping an eye on things, and ultimately end up manifesting what you're trying to manifest. That could be the journey or the voyage, or could be actually Spirit saying, once all this is done, you know, take yourself on a trip, take yourself on a journey, take yourself on a voyage, potentially. All right. Let's see. I think that's it for your November reading, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining the channel today, and we'll see you again next month.